Hello and welcome back to my channel. Alright, so today I'm going to be giving you another update on everything that is happening today. From the peas, from a ton of new stuff from the peas, a ton of new stuff that we've done with the hydroponics stuff, a lot of stuff down this aisle, and before we get started, please subscribe, hit the bell for notification on also don't miss another video. Like this video. Let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start off with this aisle. Let's start off with the peas first. Alright, so if you look at these, we have some little seed plants starting to sprout. If you're wondering why, so I happened to be looking at this like 4 days ago and realized there's no way we're gonna get a lot of peas from this if I don't plant even more seeds. So I forget how many I planted. I think I planted somewhere around, it's more than 20. I planted more than 20. Just say that. It's probably like 50 or something. So yeah, we got like, dang, I think I might have planted like 6 in there. We got a lot in each pot, and same with down here. So those are actually growing really fast because I just planted those like 4 days ago. Also, the biggest news we've had in an extremely long time is the peppers finally sprouting, which is huge news. So it's not doing as good down here. The strawberries could use a lot of work. Same with up here. But yeah, and then over here, we're still getting nowhere with the cilantro. I decided to plant some cilantro in here, and I'm just watering this like crazy, kind of just flooded it. So let's hope that works. We also got some elephant ears. There's another name for them, but can't think of it from the top of my head right now. Also, our tomatoes are going crazy right now. And so here are the tomatoes. They're going absolutely wild. Also, when I was watering them, I happened to bump one of them. And when you like, kind of like, I don't really know, when you like hit it or like touch it or something, it smells like tomatoes, like, which is actually extremely cool. So like when I walk down here to like water stuff a few days, a week, I like randomly just get like a smell of like plants or tomatoes. Yeah, couldn't think of the word. So now that we completely did the tour down this aisle, let's start over here, and we're gonna start with the hydroponic stuff now. What I realized from the last video is a lot of people want to start growing hydroponic stuff. They don't know where to start. They don't know where to get their stuff. They don't know how to do it. And in this video, and probably an upcoming video, I'll just be explaining this stuff. So I'll give you kind of a small overview of how this works and good ways you can get it from. So I don't really recommend, if you have a big budget for this, you could get it off of Amazon. I want to say this thing can fit 108 plants at a time, but they're extremely crammed once they're about fully grown. So I try to, like over here, I try to separate them a little bit. I'm trying that out for right now since we don't have a ton of seeds. Yeah, so we got about 108 different holes in each one of these. And then, yeah, so I recommend, there's a ton of different designs on Amazon. So if you don't like this design in particular, you can look at a ton of others. Just before you start, make sure to get some bricks for each bowl. If we're doing grow lights, we went to Lowe's and got some PVC pipes. So both of these have a small, really similar design, but this one doesn't have the thing holding it up. So when I was building this, the only thing I really wish I did was build like a square top where this thing could just be lifted over on top. Like when I was moving this thing into the new room, this thing completely came apart, which was extremely bad. I couldn't think of the word there. So yeah, so now let's explain how these work. So basically, if you look right here, we have water down here, which pumps nutrients or water. So we have nutrients in the bathroom over there, right? Where I do some measurements, put some stuff in there, nutrients. Can't think of words right now. Yeah, so I put nutrients in here a little bit. Do not do a lot. When I was first testing out with the first hydroponic machine, I accidentally did a lot and almost killed every single plant. Nutrients is extremely strong, and it should only have a little bit. I do put nutrients on these, but I probably do it once a week. If the plants are doing extremely good and I haven't watered any that week, I'll do a little bit extra, but on most cases I won't. Also, so I'll explain how this works. So there's a pump in the bucket which pumps water throughout all these pipes, and so if you look at this plant, we got the plant right here. I forget, I think this is lettuce, buttercrunch right here. So basically, here is a little sponge, it stays in here. Then this thing holds the sponge where it doesn't just go throughout the thing. And if you look in the sponge, you can see the roots. And then eventually they'll start dropping right here once the plant starts to get a lot bigger. And then you'll have a lot of lettuce. And yeah, so again, please watch out on how much nutrients you're using. I really don't have a good number, a good recipe on how much you really should use. Just dump in a little bit. You'll know if you're using a lot. You'll know if you're using too little. I mean, I'd use more than maybe 5 drops. So I'll go get the chemical stuff. So I got these from Amazon too. This is a base and a B base. Typically I use both. I just usually do a little bit, more than a few drops. I forget how many I use. I do a little bit because I put nutrients in these pots a lot more since the plants like soak it up really fast. Or it just goes through the pot into the drip tray under. But down here, once you use the nutrients, do not put more unless the water evaporates like crazy and you need to add a lot more. But in most cases, do it every 2 to 3 weeks. That might be too early too. But it really depends. Like, I don't have much plants in here right now, so I'm doing barely any. But when it's like completely full to its full capacity, I'd use a lot more, not a ton, but use more so you can help the plants grow faster and be a lot more healthy. So yeah, that's basically it. Also, I got the grow lights from Amazon too. Everything in here is from Amazon, except I forget, there's something in here that wasn't. Lowe's has a lot of stuff. If you want to build shelves from scratch, like wood shelves or metal shelves, I'd get it from Lowe's or your closest hardware store. Home Depot is good too. Or I was thinking someplace. Yeah, so that's basically the. Oh yeah, I remember. So a lot of you guys were asking about the fan speed. So I do have 2 fans in here. I have one right here, and I have one all the way back there, pushing the heat off of the plants. And then this fan blows more air, new air into here, so it can filter out through the room. So both of them are on. Here we go. We got them right here. We got Wi-Fi stuff, so I can control them from my phone. I have 2 extra. I'm using both of them for the fans. So sometimes, depending how much I water that day, I'll put it on the higher speed, but most of the time I leave it on the lowest speed. I have no idea how fast that is, but it's the lowest, so I'm going with that. It definitely works. Try to, what I did first was I put humidifier in here to try to get it more water in the air. So before you do that, make sure that has a filter or you're putting in extremely clean water. So my old humidifier was putting like this like white powder in the air from like the machine, and then like our furnace down here, the furnace filter completely got clogged up with it, and it just didn't completely go out. It just wasn't working as good as it usually does. So make sure just do updates on that. Try to make sure nothing bad's happening. That's why I'm down here every day. Just go through everything, try to make sure nothing's wrong. Like, if you mess with this one day, make sure you put this stuff back. Or like what some of the mistakes I did, where the floor would just get completely, it turned into like a pond under, or like a pool. Yeah, that wasn't a very good day. So yeah, this is basically the end of the video. If you have any other questions, please ask them in the questions or the comments under. I will post another video about this, and I'd love to answer some of your questions in that video. Also, I am trying to post every other day. I haven't posted every other day. It's been like 3 days, so I missed 1 day. Not that my best, but it's only 3 days. So yeah, and I am putting a lot more work into these videos, and I'm doing 2 things with this channel right now. This, and I'm working on Legos, like working with this channel for Legos, do a ton of set, working on my room for a giant like collection. I just did a massive order for some Lego sets, so I probably won't be posting Lego videos for a while because I'm working in my room like crazy, trying to get ready for a new studio where I can talk about Lego sets for you guys, give the best advice for reselling Lego sets and the most funnest Lego sets to build. And yeah, so I am working extremely hard on this channel, so please subscribe, hit the bell notification, and also miss another video, like this video. Also, if you think anyone else will like my videos, please share my video to that person, have them subscribe too. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in 2 days. Peace!